Welcome back. The hospital stocks, in an otherwise strong market up move, the hospital stocks are a wee bit under pressure, and that's because the Supreme Court has directed the central government to set standard healthcare procedure rates. Supreme Court also said if standard rates are not notified within a month, they will implement as prescribed in the central government health services. Ekta, what are the brokerages making of this, and is this a big problem for the hospitals to go ahead and conduct their business?
Yes, if in case these kind of rates are applicable, the CGHS rates, then, Viren Shetty has described it as an Armageddon for the private healthcare space.
Wow.
But, just to tell you about what the brokerages are talking about at this point in time, and nobody knows what's going to take place in the next couple of weeks. So Axis Capital has said that a blanket implementation of the CEA, which is the Clinical Establishments Act 2010, will be difficult. That's because healthcare is a state subject. Possible outcome is that the central government proposes to the Supreme Court to form a committee of representatives from different state governments. Building consensus across various stakeholders could probably take several months, if not years, and the overhang is likely to remain on the hospital sector till some clarity emerges. Now, Jefferies has also written on it. They believe litigation is at an early stage. It is unlikely to result in any kind of near-term adverse outcome. They see price weakness as a buying opportunity at this point in time. Adverse news flow is not uncommon for the sector and has not always come into effect. And lastly, CLSA has also written on this space. They say that Supreme Court has directed the standardization of rates. It is negative for private hospitals, albeit difficult to implement. They retain and outperform on Apollo hospitals with a target price of 7,000 odd rupees. See, right now it's difficult to assess what the next steps from the government or the Supreme Court will be. But as of now, if in case there is an implementation of CGHS rates for private hospitals, the difference is 40 to 60% or 20 to 60% in terms of rate differences. And hence that would obviously impact the RPOBs, which have risen quite significantly for the industry.
I would also like to see, what happens to all the medical insurance companies, etc., because the payer mix is changing. If these standard rates apply, then, do they...
They'll probably have to comply to it.
Comply to it, right?
Yeah.
So let's see how that pans out too. But Laurus Labs, that's the one that's decided to invest, 10% of their profits where they lacked expertise.